Good morning, Mananda. Myself, T. Raghupati, DM in Computer Science, TTWRDC, Kerala, Karimnagar. Okay? Thank you. Now, I'm going to tell about control structure in programming language. Control structure in programming language. Then, actually, what is the purpose of control structure? Then, what is the use of control structure in any programming language? Coming to the computer programming language, any program that may be C or C++, Java, Python, whatever it is, by default, any programming language statements are executing sequentially. That is the default execution of a program. Then, coming there, what is that? Then, the program is executing sequentially. That is the default execution. Default execution of C program is sequential execution. Coming to the according to problem, given problem, according to user requirement, that sequential of execution we are going to change. Sometimes we are going to execute some program, some block of statements again and again. Sometimes we are executing some block of statements and the remaining block of statements are not executing. Sometimes we are executing one statement and we are jumping from one location to another location. Okay, at this situation, in programming language, we are using control structure. The main purpose of control structure is used to change the flow of program execution. The main purpose of control structure is change the flow of program execution. By default, the programming language is executes sequentially. What do you mean by sequentially? How the statements are existing in the program, they are executed like that only. How the statements are appeared in the programming, like that those statements are executing. First statement first, second statement second, third statement third, fourth statement fourth, like that until last statement execute last. That execution we are calling as sequential execution. That is the default execution. Then the sequential execution is changed by control structure. The main purpose of control structure is what is that? Change the flow of program execution structure. Then in the control structure we are using three types of statements. What are the three types of statements is over here? Then first one is control statement, and then first one is conditional statement. What is that first one is? First one is conditional statement. What is the first one is? Conditional statement. First one is conditional. And second one is looping statements. Second one is looping statement. And third one is jumped statements. Third one is jumped statement. First one is conditional statements, and the second one is looping statements, and third one is jumped statements. Third one is jumped statements. Then by using these three statements, we are changing the flow of program execution. We are changing the flow of program execution. Then coming to the first one, in the conditional statements, we are using only two types of conditional statements. In that first one is if statement, and the second one is switch statement. Then coming to the first one is if statement, and second one is switch statement. Then coming to the looping statement. In the looping statement, three types of looping statements are there. First one is while loop, and the second one is do while loop, and the third one is for loop. Three looping statements are iterative statements, also called as iterative. Then coming to the jumped statement, these are different types of statements are there. First one is break statement, next one is go to statement, next one is continue statement, continue, and next one is return. Next one is return statement, and last one is exit statement. Exit. These are the jumping statement, and middle one is the looping statement, and first one is the conditional statement. Coming to the first one, conditional statement, also called as decision making statements, also called as branching statements, whatever it is. Then here, conditional statement. What is the conditional statement? The conditional statements are execution. The conditional statements execution depends on user given condition. The conditional statements may take the decision which statement going to execute, which statement not going to execute. That depends on user given condition. So these statements are taking decision according to user given condition. These statements are take the decision according to user given condition. Maybe user given condition is satisfied, some block of statements are executed. Maybe user given condition not satisfied, some other block of statements are executed. Like that statements we are calling as conditional statements. Then come to the next one is looping statements. We will discuss later if and switch. Then come to the looping statement. What is the looping statement? Some block of statements are executing again and again. Some block of statements are executing again and again until user given condition become false. These are the repeated. These statements also called as repeated executable block of statements. Repeated executable block of statement. Some block of statements are executing again and again until user given condition become false. Like the statements we are calling as looping, circle manner or repeated manner. These statements are executing. Then come to the jumping statements. Jumping, already meaning is a jumping statement. While executing the program controller jumping from one location to another location in the program. From one place to another place, from first line to fourth line to eighth line. Like that, the program control is jumping from one location to another location, or from one function to another function, or terminating the block, or terminating the program. Like those statements we are calling as, what is that? Jumped statements. Is it clear? First one is conditional statement, second one is looping statement, and third one is jumped statement. Conditional statement. The conditional statement execution depends on user given condition. They may take the decision according to user given condition. Looping statement. Repeatedly executing block of statement until user given condition become false. Jumped statement. The program control jumping from one location to another location, like one line to another line, one function to another function, or terminating the loop body, or terminating the conditional, or terminate the entire program. Like those statements we are calling as, what is that? Jumped statements. Then come to our first one is conditional statement. Of course, it is the conditional statement. First one is if statement. In the conditional statement, first one is if statement. Then first one is if statement. Then if statement is a conditional control statement. Conditional control statement. Then what is the conditional control? When the user given condition satisfied, then it is going to execute. Otherwise, it is going to execute some other one. Then in that different type of methods are there. First one is simple if. First one is simple if statement, and the second one is if else statement, and the second one is if else statement, and third one is nested if statement, nested if, and fourth one is ladder if statement, ladder if or else if, ladder if, another name is else if, whatever it is. Then in the four methods we are going to develop the if statement. Then first one is simple if statement, second one is if else statement, next one is nested if statement, and fourth one is ladder if. In these four methods or four manners we are going to write the if statement program. Then come to the first one, simple if. In that simple if contains only one block, that is true block. The simple if statement contains only one block. What is that block? True block only. Only one block, that is true block. The true block is executing when the user given condition is true. Otherwise, it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. When the user given condition is satisfied, then the true block statement is executing and it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. Maybe the user given condition is not satisfied, it does not executing the true block statement, it directly going to execute remaining statement in the program. Then coming to the syntax of the simple if statement. Then what is that? If condition, maybe condition satisfied, then here we are writing true block statement. We are writing true block statements. True block statements. Maybe condition not satisfied, then it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. Remaining statement in the program. Then how it is going to execute? Please observe how it is going to execute. While coming to the program controller first verifying the condition. If the condition is satisfied, nothing but true. If the condition is true, it is going to executing true block statement. After executing the true block statement, it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. The condition satisfied, it is going to execute true block statement and remaining statement in the program. Maybe the condition is not satisfied. Maybe the condition is not satisfied. Nothing but condition false. Maybe condition not satisfied. Then it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. That is nothing but avoiding the true block. Avoiding the true block from execution. Avoiding the true block. Directly going to execute remaining statement in the program. Maybe condition is true. First verify the condition. Condition is true. Executing the true block statement. After execution of true block statement, going to execute remaining statement in the program. Maybe the condition is not satisfied. They are directly going to execute remaining statement in the program. This is the syntax of simple if statement. This is the syntax of simple if statement. Then coming to the flow chart. What is the flow chart of simple if statement? Then coming to the flow chart is, please observe. First one, what is that? First one is condition. First one is, what is that? Condition. Maybe the condition is satisfied. Maybe the condition is satisfied. Maybe the condition is satisfied. That is nothing but condition is true. Then simply it is going to execute. It is going to execute true block statements. What is that? True block statements in the program. What is that? True block statement in the program. Maybe after executing the true block statement, what is that? It is going to executing remaining statement in the program. What is that? Remaining statement in the program after executing true block statement, it is going to executing remaining statement in the program. First, what is that? Condition verified. Maybe condition satisfied, nothing but true. Then it is going to execute true block statement. Then after it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. Maybe condition not satisfied. What happened here? Maybe condition not satisfied. Directly going to execute. What is that? False. Maybe condition not satisfied. Maybe condition false. Then it is going to execute. What is that? Remaining statement in the program. We are not executing the true block statement when the user given condition false. Is it clear? Then what is that? Maybe condition true, it is going to execute true block statement and remaining statement in the program. Maybe condition false, then it is going to execute directly remaining statement in the program. It does not execute the true block statement. So this is the simple if statement. Then coming to the normal example. Then what is that? For example, then one person age we are writing here. One person age. Maybe the person is eligible or not for Indian note we are checking. Okay, eligibility of Indian note we are checking. Then for that purpose we are writing a C program. I am going to write a C program here. Then what is that? First of all we are include stdio.h. We are including stdio. std standard IO input output. Standard input output header file we are including in our current program. Then after, okay, while main function we are writing here, main function begin brace. Okay, why we are writing main function? While executing the C compiler, the C compiler recognizes only main function. That's why we should write, or this is the mandatory function in the C program. Why? Because while executing, C compiler recognizes only main function. Without main function, we can't execute our C program. Of course, some people are saying without main function we can execute the program. But of course, we can write the program without main function through macros or preprocessor. But in that preprocessor also, internally we are using main function. Of course, through macros we can write without main function we can write and execute the program. But internally main function is executing. That's why that is without main function we can't execute our C program. Then here what we are writing? Simple integer data type. Then we are taking age. Age is equals to, for example, 22. What is that? Age is equals to 22. Now what we are doing? We are giving the condition. What is the condition? Maybe age greater than or is equals to 18. Maybe age greater than or is equals to 18. Then begin brace. What we are writing here? Printf at new line eligible for Indian oath. Eligible for Indian oath. This is the true block statement. Eligible for Indian oath is the true block statement. After true block, we are writing. What is that we are writing? This is the true block. After true block, we are writing. What is that? Printf at new line finish. What is the statement we are writing here? Finish. Then here program close. This is the function, main function. Begin brace and end brace. Now, while executing the C program, every C program execution starts from main function. Then after begin brace of the program, next variable declaration. Is there any variables are there? Then only one variable is initialized. What is that? Variable name is A. Data type is integer. We are assigned the value. What is that value? We are assigned 22 is assigned. Now we are giving the condition. What is the condition? If statement. If age may be greater than or is equals to 18. Yes, the condition satisfied or not? Yes, may be satisfied, then it is going to execute true block statement and remaining statement. Maybe condition not satisfied, then it directly going to execute remaining statement in the program. Yes, implement the value. Inside the compiler is working like this. The value is implemented here. What is that? 22 greater than or is equals to 18. 22 greater than or is equals to 18. Yes, user given condition is satisfied. Nothing but true. Then simply it is going to execute true block statement. What is that? Eligible for Indian oath. Then what is the output? Output is what is the output? Eligible for Indian oath. Simply eligible for Indian oath. Indian oath. This is our output. Then after executing the true block, it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. What is the remaining statement in the program? Simply finish. This is the first output. First time, one time we are executed our program. This is first output. Then second output. Second output. Please observe, we are changing the value. What is the value? Our previous value is 22. Now we are taking 12. Now age is equals to 12. Now compiler is implementing the value. 12 greater than or is equals to 18. 12 greater than or is equals to 18. Condition not satisfied. Then simply it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. What is that? Remaining statement in the program. What is that? Finish. Only finish will be printed on the console. This is the simple program for simple if. What is that simple if? It contains only one block. What is that block? True block. What is the block? True block. When the user given condition is satisfied, then it is going to execute true block. Otherwise, it is going to execute remaining statements in the program. This is the simple if. It contains only one block of statement. What is that? True block. Now, we are going to discuss second one. In the second one, what is that second one? If else. What is the second one? If else. What is that if else here? If else. In that if else statement, two block of statements are there. From the two block statements, while executing, we are picking only one block from those two statements. Is it clear? Then what is that? Actually, it's a two block of statement. First block is true block and second block is false block. From these two blocks, while executing the program, either we are executing true block statement or we are going to execute false block statement, but not both. But not both. Either we are executing true block or we are executing false block, but not both. Like these statements we are calling as if else method. If else method. Then what is that syntax please observe? Then coming to the syntax is syntax. What is the syntax here? Coming to the syntax, if as usual condition we are checking. As usual, condition we are checking. Then maybe condition satisfied. Maybe condition satisfied. What is that? True block statement. What is that? True block statement. Then this is the true block. Please observe here. This is the true block. Maybe condition not satisfied. then it is going to execute else block, that is nothing but false block. Then this we are calling as false block statement. What is that? False block statement. Now this is the false block. Then please observe it. Then after the false block, then it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. What is that? Remaining statement in the program. Right. Maybe while executing the program controller verifying the condition. Maybe condition is true. Maybe condition is true. Then simply it is going to execute true block statement. It is going to execute true block statement. After executing true block statement, it is going to execute remaining statement in the program, but not executing the else block part. Two parts are there. First part is true and the second part is false. Second block is false block. Then when the user given condition is satisfied, simply it is executing true block statements and going to execute remaining statement in the program. Maybe the condition is not satisfied. Maybe the condition is not satisfied. Nothing but maybe condition is false. Maybe condition is false. Then simply it is going to execute false block statement and remaining statement in the program. Remaining statements in the program. So here from two block of statements, we are picking only one block while executing the program. The C compile is picking only one block from two block of statements, either true block or false block. Normal example for simple if else statement. Then what is that? For example, one student written annual exam. Then what is the result of student? What is the result of student? Either he has been to pass or he has been to fail. Anyone, either is going to pass or is going to fail. What it is, but not both. One student may be either pass or fail, not both. At that situation, we are using if conditional statement. If the condition is satisfied, then true block statement and remaining statement in the program. Maybe the condition is not satisfied, nothing but false, then it is going to execute false block statements and the remaining statement in the program. Then what is the flowchart of this if else? Then come to the if else. First one as usual. What is the first one? Condition. If the condition is satisfied, if the condition is not satisfied, if the condition is satisfied or if the condition is not satisfied, please observe. Maybe condition false, maybe condition is true. Yes, here maybe condition is true. Then what is that? True block of statements are executing here. What happened here? Maybe condition is true, it is going to execute true block of statement. Then after it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. It is going to execute remaining statement in the program. Maybe condition not satisfied, nothing but false. Simply it is going to execute false block statements. What happened here? False block statement. After executing the false block statement, it is going to execute what is that? Remaining statement in the program until end of the program. Like that, the if else going to execute the program statements. Okay. Then simply remember. Then what is that? The condition is satisfied, it is going to execute true block and the remaining statement in the program. Maybe condition not satisfied, going to execute false block and the remaining statement in the program. But not both. True and false block statements are not executing at once. It executes only one, either true block or false block, not both. That is important. Next one is example program. Our previous program, we are taking same program. What is that? Eligibility for India node. What we are taking here? Eligibility for India node. What you are writing, please observe here. Eligibility for India node. As usual, then include what is that? stdio.h standard input output header file. Then after void main. Void is the return type, that is empty return type. Main is the mandatory function. Same example, integer data type is equals to 22. Our previous example, 22. Now what we are doing here, simply we are implementing the condition. Maybe age greater than or is equals to 18. What happened here in the true block statement? What happening here? Printf. We are writing printf We are writing then what is that? Eligible for Indian vote. Eligible. Okay. Maybe the condition is not satisfied. What is that block is? Else block. What we are writing in the printf statement? What we are writing? Simply a new line we are writing not eligible. What is that? Not eligible we are writing. Now end raise and the remaining statement in the program, if any, if you are interested, write the remaining statement. Then I am going to write in what is that? Finish. Okay. Now end raise of the program. This is the begin raise and this one is the end raise. Now how we are going to execute? Then first time we are going to execute first output. First output. First time I am executing. Then as usual, every C program execution starts from main function. Then after begin raise, next variable declaration, only one variable is initialized. What is the variable name is? Age. And what is the value assigned? 22. What is the data type? Integer data type. Integer data type. Age is our variable. In that variable, 22 is assigned. Then now C compiler is implementing the value. What is the age value? 22. 22 greater than or is equals to 18. Yes. User given condition is satisfied or not? According to mathematical equation, then what is that? 22 is greater than 18. Yes. Condition satisfied. That's why it is going to execute two block statement. What is the two block statement? A new line we are printing eligible. What we are printing? The compiler is printing what is that? Eligible. After printing the two block statement, simply it is going to execute remaining statement of the program. Then what is that? Finish. What is that? Finish. Of course, this is the first time execution. Now I am going to execute second time my program. Second time I am going to execute my program. Simply I am going to change the value of age. What is that? 12. What is that? 12. Now a person age is 12. Now C compiler is implementing the value 12 greater than or is equals to 18. Then according to mathematical equation, the logical expression is not satisfied. Okay, 12 greater than or equal to 18, not satisfied. Then simply it is going to execute else block. Else block nothing but false block. Then what is the false block statement? Not eligible. That is going to print what is that? Not eligible. Not eligible is printed. After printing that, as usual, it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. What is the remaining statement? Finish. Of course, here please observe here what happening here. This one is the true block statement and this one is the false block statement. While executing true block, from the execution avoiding the false block statement, while executing the false block, avoiding the true block statement. Already I said, then what is that? Either it is going to execute true block or it is going to execute false block, but not both. Okay, it's clear. Next one, next method, what is that? Nested if. What is that? Nested if. Simple if else, and third method is nested if. Then what is the nested if? Please observe. Nested if. What is nested if? One if statement is followed by another if statement. An if statement inside one another if statement, that we are calling as nested if. Already one if statement. An if statement is existing in another if statement, that we are calling as nested if. If statement followed by another if statement, that we are calling as nested if. Please observe here. If the condition satisfied, then it is going to check another condition. So maybe inner condition and outer condition is true, then it is going to execute true block statement. Otherwise, inner if statement, false block statement. That is, inner if statement, false block statement is going to execute false block. Inner if, false block statement is executing. Maybe outer if condition is not satisfied. Else if here we are checking one condition, else if we are checking another condition. Here also we are checking true block. Inner if condition is satisfied, then it is going to execute true block. Otherwise, it is going to execute inner if false block statements. Like this we are calling as nested if. nested if. This is the inner if true block, inner if false block, inner if true block, inner if false block, inner if true block, inner if false block. Then this one is the outer if true condition, and this one is the outer if else, outer if else. This is the true block, this one is the false block, this one is the true block, this one is the false block. Then if condition not satisfied, then going to execute else block. In that else also if statement is there. One if statement is followed by another if statement. This we are calling as nested if. One if statement is followed by another if statement, that we are calling as nested if. Now what is the flow chart for this? Then first of all, outer if condition verified first. First of all, what happening here? Outer if condition is verified first. Outer if condition. Then this condition may be satisfied. Simply it is going to execute. What is that? True block statement. True block statement. Sorry. Maybe condition is true. Then it is going to check inner if condition again. Inner if condition again. Maybe condition is not satisfied. That is nothing but false. Then it is going to check another condition. That is inner if condition. Maybe condition is true. Simply it is going to execute. Maybe condition is true. Simply it is going to execute true block statement. Simply it is going to execute true block statements. Maybe condition not satisfied. Maybe condition not satisfied. Maybe condition is true. Simply it is going to execute true block statement. True block statements. Maybe condition not satisfied, then it is going to execute false block statement in the program. False block. What is that? False block statement. False block statements. Yes. Now I am going to write the true and false. Now I am going to write true and false statements. After executing the true block statement or after executing the false block statement, then it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. Then it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. So this is the as usual normal flow chart. Then coming to the explain. Then what is that? First, outer if condition verified. Maybe the condition is satisfied. Then it is going to check the inner if true block side inner if condition. Maybe outer if condition is satisfied, then it is going to verify inner if condition. Maybe inner if condition is also true. Simply it is going to execute true block statement and remaining statement in the program. Maybe sir, outer if condition is true. Maybe inner if condition not satisfied. Simply it is going to execute false block statement and remaining statement in the program. Maybe outer if condition is true. Inner if condition is false. Simply what happening here? False block statement is executing and remaining statement. Sir, no sir. Already outer if condition false. Already outer if condition false. Simply it is going to executing else block. Else block condition statement. If that else block condition statement is true, then it is going to execute true block statement and remaining statement in the program. Maybe inner if condition is not satisfied, that is false, it is going to execute false block statement and remaining statement in the program. This is the flow chart for nested if. One if statement is followed by another if statement, or one if statement is existing inside another if statement, that we are calling as nested if. This is the best example for syntax. This is the syntax and that is the flow chart. Syntax and flow chart. Is it clear? Now coming to the example program. Then what is that example program? What is the best suitable example for easy understanding purpose? Then find out biggest number among three numbers. Find out biggest number among three numbers. Find out biggest number among three numbers. Then what we are writing? Please observe. As usual, hash include stdio.h standard input output error file. Then after mandatory function in C language, what is that? Main, begin brace, integer data type. First variable a is equals to 12. Second variable b is equals to 8, third variable c is equals to 20. First variable 12, second variable 8, third variable is 20. Now first outer if condition we are checking here. If a greater than b, maybe condition satisfied, maybe condition satisfied. Again inner if what we are writing, a greater than b, a comparing with the second variable, completed. Now first variable comparing with second variable and first variable comparing with third variable, a greater than c. First variable comparing with second variable, first variable comparing with third variable. Then both statements are satisfied. What happening here? Printf at new line a is big, or that is nothing but 12 is big, a is big. Else maybe outer if condition satisfied, inner if condition not satisfied. So that's why here else begin brace, then what we are writing here? Printf at new line, what is that? C is big. What is that? C is big. Of course here inner loop also. This one is the true block, this one is the false block. True block and false block. Here outer if condition is closed. Here outer if condition is closed. Now maybe outer if condition not satisfied, sir. What happening here? Else. What happening here? Else. Now begin brace. Now what we are writing? Begin brace. Again if, what is that? Again if a greater than b, condition not satisfied. First variable comparing with second variable, condition not satisfied. Now second variable comparing with third variable. What is that? B greater than c. Simply what we are writing? Printf at new line b is big. B is big. Otherwise maybe outer if condition false as well as inner if condition also false. What happening here? Simply false block in the inner if statement. What is that? Printf at new line c is big. What is that? C is big. And inner if block is closed and inner if else block closed. If you are interested, write any other statement. What is that? Finish. For remaining statement execution purpose, finish. And main function also closed. Here this is the true block statement of inner if, and this is the false block statement of inner if. This is the else block statement, and this one is the main function. This one is the main function. Now how the program is executing? First outer if is verified. First time. Now first output. I am executing first output. Now 12 greater than 8. What is that? A is equals to 12 greater than b is equals to 8. Condition satisfied. What is that? Condition satisfied. Now 12 greater than, next comparison inside 12 greater than 20. Condition not satisfied. Then simply it is going to execute. What is that? C is big. What is that value? C is big. After executing C is big, then it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. What is the remaining statement in the program? What is that? Finish. What is that? Finish. Now second time I am executing my program. Now second time I am executing my program, changing the value. A is equals to 12, B is equals to 18, C is equals to 20. One value changing, that is B is equals to before previous value is 8, now present value is 18. Now 12 greater than 18, condition not satisfied. Then it is going to execute else block. What is the B value? 18. 18 greater than, what is the C value? 20. Condition satisfied, not satisfied? Not satisfied. Why? Because 18 not greater than 20. That's why it is going to execute else block. What is that? C is big. What is that? C is big. Then after executing that, going to execute remaining statement. What is that? Finish. Finish. Of course, we are going to execute another third time. Going to execute third time. Third time I am giving that. What is that value? 81. A is equals to 12 as usual. B is equals to 81, C is equals to 20. Now, first comparison, outer if statement, what is that? 12 greater than 81. 12 greater than 81. Condition not satisfied. Then is going to execute else block. In that else block, 81 greater than 81. B greater than C. 81 greater than 20. Condition satisfied. Then it is going to execute true block statement and remaining statement in the program. What is that? B is big. What is that? B is big and finish. And finish. Now fourth time I am executing my program. Fourth time I am executing my program. Then A is equals to 112, B is equals to 18, C is equals to as well 20. 112 greater than 18. Yes, condition satisfied. Then it's going to execute inner if. 112 greater than 20. Yes, condition satisfied. Then it's going to execute true block statement. What is the true block statement? A is big. What is the true block statement? A is big. After executing this statement, going to execute remaining statement. Then what is that? Finish. Like this statement we are calling as nested if. One if statement is followed by another if statement. One if statement is followed by another if statement, that we are calling as nested if. One if statement existing inside another if statement. One if statement existing inside. One if statement existing inside another if statement, that we are calling as nested if. This is the best example for nested if concept. Okay, right. Next one is ladder if. What is the ladder if? Of course, it is also same like nested if. Of course, ladder if or else if. Ladder if or else if, also called as ladder if. Also called as ladder if. Then what is the nested if? What is the else if or ladder? Means of course it is the similar concept of nested if. Then what happening here? In the ladder if, when the outer if condition is not satisfied, then it is going to execute another inner if statement. Outer if statement, maybe the outer if statement is satisfied, then simply it is going to execute the true block statement and terminating the conditional statement. Maybe outer if condition is not satisfied, then it is going to execute else if block, inner if statement again. Maybe inner if statement is also not false, then it is going to another inner if statement. So like that statement we are calling as ladder if. Then come to the syntax. Syntax for ladder if. Then simple syntax for ladder if. Then what happening here? Simple, what we are doing? First one is outer if condition we are doing. Maybe the condition is satisfied. Simply executing true block statements. And terminating the block. Maybe the condition is not satisfied. Else again we are checking another condition. Maybe condition not satisfied, then going to check the next condition. Maybe next condition is true. Simply execute the true block statements and terminate the block. Maybe this condition also not satisfied. Again it is going to check next condition and executing the true block statement like that until unless what is that? False block statement. Maybe this condition also not satisfied, then only one false block statement is there. What is that? Only one false block statement is there. This we are calling as ladder if. Please observe why we are calling this ladder if. Nothing but looks like a ladder. That's why we are calling as ladder if. Then here, this is the outer if true block. This is the inner if true block. This one is the another inner if true block. But all true blocks contains only single false block. What is that? Only single false block. How it is going to execute? Please observe. Then first of all, program control verifying the outer if condition. simply the condition is satisfied, then it is going to execute true block and the remaining statement in the program. Otherwise, maybe condition not satisfied, it is going to execute else block. In that else block again condition is there. If the condition is satisfied, executing the true block statement and executing remaining statement in the program. Maybe this condition is also not satisfied, again goes to else block, then verify the condition. Maybe condition is true, then it is simply executing the true block and executing remaining. Of course, any outer if condition, inner if condition, any condition is not satisfied, simply it is going to execute false block statement of the program and the remaining statement in the program, that we are calling as ladder if. That we are calling as ladder if is the syntax for ladder if. Now coming to the flow chart for ladder if. Then what happening here? Please observe. Then program control verifying the outer if condition. Program control verifying the outer if condition. Maybe condition satisfies or maybe condition not satisfied. Whatever it is. Maybe condition satisfies. Maybe condition is true. Simply it is going to execute true block statement. Simply it is going to execute true block statements and terminate the block of statements and the remaining statement in the program. Maybe condition not satisfied. Maybe condition not satisfied. Nothing but false. Maybe condition not satisfied. Again verify the condition. Maybe inner if condition is satisfied. Simply it is going to execute true block statement. Simply it is going to execute true block statement. Simply it is going to execute true block statement. Otherwise, maybe condition not satisfied, then it is going to execute remaining conditional statement until unless. Then maybe this condition is satisfied, then it is going to execute again true block statement, true, and this one is the false. Here, after executing true block, then it is going to execute remaining statement. Only one block of statement is there. What is that? False block. Maybe any condition is not satisfied. Simply it is going to execute remaining statement in the program. Then remaining statement in the program. Like this, the program is going to execute. This is the flow chart for ladder if, also called as else if. Then example program, where we are using this type of concept, where we are using this else if concept. Then when the multiple choices are there, at that location we are selecting else if or ladder if statement. Else if or ladder. For example, some list of colors are there. From the list of colors are coming to the example, in the restaurant or hotel, we are selecting our required item. For that time, different type of items are there. We are picking only one item from that. That is the selection for ladder if or else if. Then coming to the simple example program for nested if, ladder if. Then what is that? First of all, hash include. What we are including? As usual already said. Then what is that? stdio.h header file. Mandatory function in C. What is the main begin brace of the program? Now, some list of statements are executing here. What is that? For example, we are taking one variable. What is that? Integer OPT. Integer OPT. Now, integer OPT, we are taking one variable OPT. Now, different kinds of statement menu is existing here. Printf, a new line, one for blue color. Some list of colors are existing here. From that, you are interested color, we are going to select it. Second one is printf, a new line. We are selecting yellow color. Yellow color. Next one is printf. For example, we are taking only 3 colors. Third one is green color. Green color. Okay, how many colors are there? Only 3 colors we have selected. 1 for blue color, 2 for yellow color, 3 for green color. Now, we are asking one question for user who is executing the program. The user is asking, then what is that? Enter your option. Enter your option. What we are giving the question to user? Enter your option. Now we are reading the value from input device, percentage D, double quotation close, and what is our variable? OPT. Now we are giving that OPT value. Now we are checking that if condition. If simply OPT is equals to 1 for what is that? Simply printf. You are selected, then what is that? Selected. What is the selected color is? Blue. Selected blue. Maybe condition not satisfied. Else, again we are checking condition. Else, if OPT is equals to 2, again we are printing the true block. What is the true block? A new line. Selected. What we have selected? Selected yellow. Selected yellow. Right. Maybe this condition also not satisfied. Maybe this condition also not satisfied. Else, again if what is that? OPT is equals to 3. Yes, maybe this condition satisfied. Printf a new line. What is your selected? Green color. What you are selected? Green color. Right. No sir, any condition is not satisfied. Then simply printf a new line. What we are writing? Invalid option. What is that? Invalid option. We are writing here the output of false block. Output of false block. Then please observe this is the main end. Now we are executing output for this program. Then what is the output? Please observe. As usual, every C program execution starts from main function. After begin rest of the program, next only one variable declared. Variable name is OPT. The data type is integer. Integer means it can accept only number without a decimal. Now we are going to print the output on the console. What is that? 1 for blue color and 2 for yellow color, 2 for yellow color and 3 for green color. Like this, the menu is appeared on the console. Then after a question for user, what is that? Enter your option. Enter your option. Yes, while executing this scanf statement, program temporarily suspended and cursor waiting for user response. Temporarily program suspended and the cursor waiting for this response. What is the response? Enter your option. Maybe some people are giving, why should I give 1 2 3? Some people are thinking, why should I give 1 2 3? I want to give 5. What is the given option is 5. Now OPT is equals to 5. The percentage is recognized by input device 5 and transferred to associated variable OPT. Now OPT is equals to 5. Now condition is verified. OPT is equals to 1. What is the OPT value? 5. 5 is equals to 1. Condition not satisfied. Then it's going to else log. What is that OPT? 5. 5 is equals to 2. Not satisfied. Then it's going to execute else log. Again here 5 is equals to 3. Not satisfied. Then simply it is going to execute what is that? Else log. What is our answer is? Our answer is what is that? Invalid option. What is that? Invalid option. Like that. No sir, I can select only 1 to 3. Then you may be given 2. Now 5 is equals to 2. Now OPT is equals to 2. 2 is equals to 1. Not satisfied. Next it is going to execute else. 2 is equals to 2. Yes, condition satisfied. Now it is going to execute true block statement. What is the true block statement? Maybe your given value is 2. Then it is going to, what is that answer? It is print the console like you are selected. What is that? Yellow color. Like this, executing the else if or ladder if statement.
55 minutes.
Okay. Next switch statement is there. Of course, switch also unconditional block of statement. Then what is that? What is the difference between if and switch means? If contains only 2 block of statements, either it execute true block or it execute false block. Coming to the switch statement, multiple choices are there. From that multiple answers, we are picking only one answer. At that situation, we are using switch concept. Okay, thank you.